Cheating wife is mad I'm divorcing her and making her lose all our assets as per the prenup. I, 34 male, discovered messages indicating that my wife, 33 female, cheated on me. Melissa and I have been married for 8 years. We share a home, 2 vehicles, and a dog. There are no children. Everything seemed to be okay. That was until about 2 weeks ago. My wife gets a text message as I settle down to go to bed 2 weeks ago. I walk over to see what it says since she went to the neighbor's home to fetch something. It's from Andrew and he texted her, "When are you coming over?" I'm skeptical since my wife never mentioned going out tonight. So I inquire, and she responds that she is going out for drinks with some pals. I make no mention of the passages. I had forgotten about it until last night. She receives another text from Andrew, and I begin to go through their dialogue this time. That night, he asked her when she was going to come over. They did indeed duck that night. And based on the text, they dodged more than once. That's how I'm feeling right now. Our marriage appeared to be going well until this happened. Ironically, she sought an infidelity clause in our prenup since she had previously been cheated on. I've started looking for a lawyer. I'm not going to approach her with any of this until the lawyer has laid everything out. I may not even confront her about it. Simply strike her with the papers and then bounce. But this is destroying me on the inside. I haven't told a soul about it. I'd want to, but people aren't good at keeping secrets. Any suggestions would be much appreciated. Update. So I met with the lawyer and I like him a lot. He's pricey, but he's got a lot of expertise. I'm going to forego the other 2 meetings and simply employ him. In terms of hiring a PI, he said he typically doesn't encourage it due to the expense, but given that I have a prenup in place, and she loses the property if evidence of adultery is shown, plus the fact that I can't afford one fairly easily, he believes I should. I'm going home now to start looking for one. Second update. I apologize for not updating yesterday night. I was as sleepy as a duck when I got home. So nothing much occurred last night. I came home, ate, and then went to bed. I appeared to be interested as she told me about her day at work. She didn't attempt to begin sex, which was a positive sign. This weekend, I'll be going fishing with one of my pals. I need to take my mind off of things for a while. I'm still seeking for an excellent private investigator. So as I was going to go fishing with my friend this morning, Melissa said she needed to chat. She didn't waste time, she went directly to the point. She said that she has been dissatisfied with our marriage for months and believes that things will only get worse from here. She then said that she believed a divorce was on the horizon for us, and that it would be better for both of us if we divorced. I'm at a loss at this point. Why didn't you seek for a divorce before you began evading Andrew? I ask. She's like a deer caught in the headlights at this time. She stammers for a few seconds before weeping her eyes out. She apologizes, saying she didn't mean to hurt my heart. Sorry, but if you wanted a divorce, you'll get one. She contradicts herself just minutes after declaring she wanted a divorce by suggesting we should attempt to work things out and go to counseling. I inform her that she must have all of her belongings out of the home by Sunday afternoon, when I return. Otherwise, I'll put you out on the street. I've already secured my valuables, so she can't harm them. That's all there is to it. She believes she could get away with adultery and requesting a divorce. Nope. Story 2. Went through wife's phone as I had a suspicion, and I was right. It's my birthday too, BTW. My wife has always pretended to friends and family that we don't check into each other's phones because we trust one another. What a shambles it was. She arrived home last night about 10:00 p.m., drunk as hell, and passed the hell out. I had been suspicious recently since she had been wandering nude from the bedroom to the bathroom and vice versa a lot more than normal. That isn't remarkable in and of itself, but she was also avoiding me and giving me weird glances while doing so. I knew she wouldn't wake up on her own for hours if she passed out while being pounded. I took advantage of the chance to say forget it and scratched this itch that had been gnawing at me, so I swiped her phone from her bag. I opened it and immediately went to Snapchat. Okay, she's been chatting to a man, but there's still no proof. Then I checked her text to see whether she'd been messaging her dad, her stepfather, since she was 2 years old and all the way through her adolescence. He's been known to demand nudity from her in exchange for money, and she's been known to agree, although this was before I knew her. All texts were erased from 1:24 p.m. that day to 10:00 p.m. that night. At 1:24 p.m., her dad texted her, "Dang, seems like it's ready for Junior." Then she texted him, "Yes it is," to which he replied, "Well, I'm going to have to go rub one out." The remainder of the texts were her drunken pleas for money, since she had racked up a $300 tab at the unofficial Christmas party. This didn't seem right, so I went to her photographs and found nothing until I went to deleted pictures. At 1:22 p.m., I noticed a photo of her on our sofa. I was just in the next room, flashing her. Pretend it's not true, say it didn't happen, just to discover it's worse. Every day for the previous 30 days, I saw many graphic photos of her. The deleted file only holds pictures for 30 days. Keep in mind that I haven't gotten images from her in months, and when I have, they have never been as graphic as these. Then I noticed 2 naked photos of a man our age who lives in our area, as well as 2 naked photos of her shot about the same time. I knew his girlfriend but not him, so I quickly sent his images to her and informed her what had transpired. I snapped photographs of everything, and I mean everything, on my phone and proceeded to face my wife with her phone. She was mumbling and denying everything, but as she was denying, she was simultaneously removing evidence from her phone. I went from our home to my mother's house, which is on the same land. I spent my day playing with our 3-year-old daughter, fretting about what was going to happen, until I received a text from my wife at 2 a.m., just after my daughter had gone to sleep. Yes, my daughter has a messed up sleeping pattern, and yes, we're working on it. Also because of work, my wife seldom sees our kid, and even when she does, she doesn't spend much time with her, stating we need to discuss. I went home thinking only about divorce. She begged and pleaded with me, stating she was becoming like her mother, who suffers from bipolar illness and a few other mental diseases. I've observed my wife gradually developing the same issues, but not quite as severe. Her mother was likewise a screwed-up parent who really messed my wife up in the brain, though she was skilled at concealing it most of the time. She said that she just wanted the attention, and that it was all about the images. She started cursing herself, weeping, and begging me not to leave her. I'm not sure whether I can believe what she's saying, but nothing had changed except the strange nakedness, and she had still been treating me with all of the love in the world. But if she loved me, why would she email nudes to other guys, particularly her dreadful dad? She also said that she didn't get paid for any of it, and that she was just doing it for attention. I treat her like a queen, so she gets plenty of attention at home, and my drive is way higher than hers too. I have to think about my daughter here because if I divorce my wife, she'll probably get the short end of the stick when it comes to custody here in Texas. They always seem to side with the mother unless they're on drugs, and she'll probably move in with her mother and her husband, which would severely disrupt my child's life. Also, her dad owns her mom's/home, husband's, and he put it a rule years ago that I'm not permitted over there under any circumstances, since he was envious and wanted her, or he would force them out. I know she loves me, and I can see she's sincere in her apologies, but I can't guarantee she won't do it again. I had her block her dad and the F***K boy, and made it clear that if she ever contacted either of them again or sent nudes to another guy, I'd file for divorce right away. She believes I'm giving her another opportunity. I found her doing similar shady stuff 2 months into our relationship before we married, but I'm still on the fence about it all and don't know what to do. My primary worry here is my kid. Furthermore, we both have solid jobs, so money isn't a problem. I've done nothing except adore her, and I've been hoping for the same for a long time. So here we are at 11 a.m., practically on my birthday, and I couldn't sleep the night before, so I'm still up and have been for almost 24 hours. I'm not exhausted either. I simply can't sleep any longer. She didn't sleep either after our conversation, and I can see it's upsetting her. Yet, it didn't stop her from going to have her hair done. I'd want to wish you a very happy birthday.